Everybody to the ninth installment of 2 Alpha News, the news show the shooting community can use. Thank you for joining us this week. I'm one of your hosts, Manny, with my wonderful co-host, Khory.
Good evening, everybody. Manny, it's hard to believe that it's already 9 episodes.
It isn't. It
Feels like
isn't.
we've just been doing this for like the last year.
Seems kind of like it, but when you're having fun, it flows really well, and it just becomes part of the routine, right?
For sure, for sure.
So, listeners out there, we appreciate every single one of you, and welcome and thank you for joining us at 2 Alpha News. This is our ninth episode, as Khory said, and it's kind of fun because we have you in the comments chit-chatting it up on YouTube and Rumble. So I will let you know, as always, you can search for us on Facebook and Instagram as 2 Alpha News, or if you want to find us on YouTube and Rumble, search up Manny Talks Shooting.
Or shoot Alex an email if you can't find it. MannyTalkShooting@gmail.com.
Yep, or Khory Katz at what, OhioShoot.com or whatever.
Don't even worry about it.
Anyway, guys, thank you for all joining us. If you're out in the chat, please throw us a comment, and we will let you know that we saw it because we appreciate you. That's for sure. So, Khory, did you happen to do anything this week related to shooting?
No, and it was great. Literally did nothing. On Saturday I helped my buddy put in flooring in his house and put up a backsplash. And on Sunday I literally did nothing at all, and it was absolutely amazing.
So you didn't even watch Suits?
I watched Suits.
Okay.
I didn't even watch Suits. I was watching the morning show, Apple TV, the morning show.
Gotcha.
So
nothing wrong with that. But didn't you send out an email?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, no, that was Monday.
Oh, that was Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still this week. But anyway, no, I didn't do too much in the world of shooting other than some media stuff. So I've been getting some stuff still together for the video series Manny's Road to Nationals. We are like 352 days out, but we're doing good. If anyone cares, I've started a new dieting trend. I started intermittent fasting, so like serious intermittent fasting. Like after listening and talking to Mr. Joey Sauerland, I went to a 21-hour fast with 3 hours of eating, and I've been actually doing really well, and I've lost about 6 pounds now.
That's awesome. Good for you. I also started doing a diet thing. It's called Real Appeal. I don't know. It's through the work health insurance stuff. So,
gotcha. Looks like out in Rumble land, we have more than one listener that isn't Brian Conley. It's my wife. She's in the other room watching it, probably on her phone and probably on the TV. So, yep.
On the phone and the TV? Like she wants to see you twice in two screens?
Well, the little one's watching me on YouTube probably, and she's watching on her phone. So it's all good in the hood. But yeah, so it's been going well. I think she's more frustrated with me because I'm like, nope, not eating until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So
yeah, that's fair. Because I know you well enough to know that you probably get a little hangry.
Actually, no, I don't really get hungry until like I know it's going to be 4 o'clock, and then I'm like,
say hungry. I said hangry. Most people don't know that they're hangry until they're actually until someone tells you, hey, you're being a jerk.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. That's kind of true too. We got my buddy Matt Chua from DFW out there. We got Mr. Chris Baker from Ohio area. Chris
Baker, just north of Columbus, right outside Columbus.
Is he? And then we got Mr. Brian Conley from Hunters HD Gold over there on the Rumble land.
Your lovely wife said that she is not watching on TV. She changed her mind.
Oh, hey, there's Rick Powers USPSA on there. He's on Rumble now.
Oh, it's a Rumble, Rick. And we've got Mr. Brian Conley down in Mississippi for the State Steel Challenge Championship. Brian, do you ever take a weekend off?
No, because he takes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off.
I don't even think he takes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. He just doesn't travel.
This is true.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We've got Chris from the 740.
Yep.
In the house as well. And then, of course, Brian with Hunters HD Gold with the Active Blue.
Yep. I'm wearing Active Blues today. Yes, hit that like button, y'all. But Chris Jenner, he went live, I think, last night with some guy talking about some gloves, I think. I meant to jump on, but it just didn't work.
Well, sounds good. Let's, Alex, did you do anything in shooting last week?
Other than some dry fire and kind of getting things aligned, I was supposed to go shoot a match beginning of this week, but that didn't end up.
Sven.
Hmm?
Monday night with Sven, right?
It was supposed to be Monday night with Sven and Ken, but it didn't happen purely from the fact of just too much stuff going on that Monday and couldn't get over there. It's actually, they're looking to the guy who's running those matches, which is actually a great segue. I did want to talk about this. So the guy running these matches is a good friend of Khory's and mine. When I first met him, I thought it was Khory's dad, but that's Mr. It's Bob Miller.
Oh, Bob's? Okay.
Yeah, because I always thought that Bob's wife, Kristen, was your mom, how you were interacting with her all the time at Ryan Rocks, but it's Khory. It's not Khory's mom. And I've met Khory's mom. She's a very nice lady.
So Bob and Kristen are good friends with, so Kristen is Brian Boringer's cousin.
I don't know who Brian Boringer is.
Brian and my parents are really good friends. So I've known Bob and Kristen for a long time.
Gotcha. So I'm actually going to shout this out because I feel like it. So keep talking as I pull this up, Khory.
Yeah. So one thing I'm doing this upcoming weekend is I am working and running the Buckeye or the Cardinal Practical Shooters match down at Cardinal. 60 some shooters shooting on Sunday. Alex, are we going to see you?
No.
What?
No.
What the heck is this?
I have not communicated with the car riding buddies, and I like to keep my wife somewhat in. I like to be in her good graces somewhat. So,
Annette, can we have permission for Alex to come down to Cardinal this weekend?
Yeah.
We'll get permission. It'll be in the chat.
Right. Maybe, or she'll be like, "Oh hell no." So my good buddy Bob Miller, who is the president, or no, I don't know if he's president, CEO, or whatever they want to call him, of the Ryan Rocks Outdoor Adventures, a great charity to get kids with cancer out into the outdoors. He has teamed up with a local indoor gun shop, a fantabulous facility. I've been there multiple times, with 3 indoor 50-yard bays, so you really can play around in it and
Awesome.
have some good fun. So they set up, they're trying to do one every other week. This November, they're only able to get one in due to scheduling issues, it seems like, but one right after the holidays. So it's going to be cool. Yeah. Not that many slots to get into the match. So when the registration opens up here in about a week or so, if you want in and you're in the Ann Arbor metro area, you can come shoot. Cool. I'll be there. The training coordinator, Robbie Torres, is there. He'll be shooting the match. So he's been pivotal. He's been very nice in helping Bob get this on the ground and getting USPSA into Ann Arbor Arms that used to not have the best reputation, didn't want to have practical shooting indoor matches there. But now they see a benefit to it because the training coordinator likes shooting USPSA.
Makes sense. Hey, so big news from Brian of Hunters HD Gold. Let's give away a pair of Active Blues tonight. If you go like the 2 Alpha News Rumble page or the Manny Talk Shooting Rumble page, along with the Hunters HD Gold Rumble page, and then email info@Hunters HD Gold with your username to verify, and the drawing will be done. Email has to be sent in by 11 p.m. Central Time tonight. If you've already liked both, send in your username to verify that. So thanks, Brian, for always supporting us, and of course, killing it with the Rumble as well.
Yes, Rumble's actually been doing very well lately in the views. Even though my old channel from YouTube is getting ported over there, Rumble's been very supportive of us, and we're going to show them love. That's why we do not do Facebook anymore. So we do Rumble, do YouTube. Maybe if it's got a special announcement, maybe we'll figure out a way to embed it into Facebook, but it still goes through Rumble. I don't understand how all that works yet. I still haven't messed around with that. But Brian, brother, I appreciate you and everything you do for us and the shooting sports.
Yeah, for sure. Me too, of course. I'm just not wearing glasses tonight. So
no, I had a headache all day, and I'm like, you know what? The best thing to soothe this headache sitting next to a computer is Active Blues, but I can't wear them at work because of OSHA. Because of their gray-based photochromics.
Mm-hmm.
But brown-based photochromics is fine, so that's where I wear my golds at work and Active Blues when I'm sitting at home. But
So Dan Click he called me on Monday, I think, or last weekend at some point, and he's like, "Hey, I got my Active Blues in. I love them." I'm like, oh, really? Tell me why you're calling me to let me know this, because I already know that I already like them. I love mine. And he said, dude, they're the best. Like just hopping in the car, driving, walking in and out of the Connex all day. It's they change when you need them to. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the
Well,
point.
and they change quickly. The only thing I've got with these frames, I love the frames in the front. I've got a little bit of a head issue in the back trying to get these fixed. I went to the optician once to get them adjusted. They adjusted them a little bit because they were hesitant because they weren't their frames or frames that they sell, so they didn't want to break them.
Yeah, makes
But
sense.
so I got to see if they'll adjust them again. I got to pick up my glass. I actually got to call them. I'm like at 12 days waiting on a pair of frames, and I still haven't showed up yet. So,
I can tell you, if you would have gone to Brian at 100 HD Gold, you wouldn't be waiting 12 days.
but Brian doesn't sell frames.
Hmm. I don't know.
But
Anyway.
do you want to talk about the Gridiron Arena match in California?
Yes, sir. So, Gridiron Arena match in California this last weekend. Carry Optics to start. Isaac Lockwood won Carry Optics overall, and Judy Chen won High Lady. In limited, we've got Gregory Fiddles with high overall or high limited, and Susanna Galorkic Anche. Sorry for butchering her last name, but Susanna in High Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Limited Optics, Sebastian Filho, and then Alexandria Sanders for High Lady.
Yep. In open, we had Maddox Lee taking high overall, and Janet Sue. I don't know. I think if I'm remembering this, I remember this. She's actually gone to the World Shoot on the ladies team before. Anthony Oram in PCC high PCC. Hannah Lavino is the high lady. Production Rich Wolf, which everyone knows that's a name. Someone who normally shoots revolver. I think this is the same person.
Yeah.
And Christine Zador and taking high lady in production. And single stack was no high lady, but Chris S won single stack.
Congratulations to all of them who partook and got out and shot last weekend.
Yes, there was one other major match. I didn't put it on here. I do want to talk about it actually less about the winners, but was the Carolina Reaper 2. This is the second year Chris Tilley's had this match. He's had it at the level 2 is 2 years in a row. But Khory, I want you to take a guess. How many shooters participated in this match?
I don't know. Is it like? Give me some hints. Is this like a big level 1 match, or is this like a ginormous match? What's going on?
I will tell you. There was 45 total shooters.
Okay.
You and I would absolutely never in our own possible mind host a level 2 for that many shooters.
Well, I mean, I don't want to host a level 1 for that many shooters.
Yeah. Well, no one ever wants to. I mean, but so this match ran at Chris Tilley's range at Go Shoot in North Carolina. One of the main clubs in North Carolina that gets participation.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if if it's a struggle of getting news out or he doesn't share about it enough to let people know, hey, come shoot the Go Shoot, the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about it for this year. I did about it, I think, last year at some point.
So he tries to push this match off as, he designs the stages as somebody who shoots the World Shoot and is a very technical, high-level shooter. We can all agree that Chris Tilley is one of the best.
Yeah, of course.
So he puts this match on, and I don't know if he doesn't do a good job marketing it, but I would love to go shoot one of these matches down at something like this that's going to be super testing. I mean, we shoot these kind of matches all the time, but getting someone else's flavor, especially in the Carolinas, but it just seems like it's a lot of work and a lot of expense for 45 shooters.
I don't disagree. Now, you never know, because, if you're charging $100 for for a 10-stage match and you're not really putting people up in hotels or anything like that for staff, that's actually not a bad way to do it. If you're charging $100, 45 shooter, that's $4,500. You would have been doing the same match as a level 1 match for 25.
Right.
I don't know. It depends on what, if he owns the range already, so he's not paying really a range rental, that may work out for him.
Yeah, because what is it? Was it $3 a shooter to USPSA for a level 2?
Something like that.
So yeah, that's only $135 in activity fees going back to the org.
Right.
Which isn't terrible, but that's your least cost, right? So I'll run through this real quick. Chris Tilley won limited optics. Christian Beck won open. Billy Barton won carry optics. DeRousey Ice T won PCC. And let's see, it takes me a while to scroll. But like I said, there's only 45 shooters. I'm hoping to see match footage of this match here shortly. But yeah, that's hopefully next year he does a little bit better about pushing it and getting out there so more people want to shoot his match.
Yeah, and maybe you'll go.
Maybe we'll see.
I like having after nationals, so you'll be in top shape.
This will be true. So we have a little bit of news. If anyone's got anything you want us to talk about tonight, please throw it in the comments. We will gladly talk about it. So this week, or it was end of last week. What was it? End of last week, Khory?
It was the last week, I feel like.
So it was the end of last week. USPSA posted a link to their Vimeo channel for everyone to watch the members meeting at Handgun Nationals.
Yeah.
It's an hour and 10 minutes long. If you can find the link still, I highly recommend you go watch it.
It's actually, it's not just on Vimeo. If you go to member resources and then membership meetings on your USPSA profile, it's right there. And there's meetings for the 2022 World Speed Shooting Championship, the 2022 Classic Nationals, 22 Carry Optics, and then 23 World Speed Shooting Championship, the Open PCC Nationals, and Handgun Nationals. So I will post it. I'll toss it in the comments here as well.
Mm-hmm. So, and some of these member meetings were held live that they're old recordings of.
Yeah.
But, so there was a video for PCC Open Nationals. I would have loved to have known that. I mean, I didn't go, but I would have watched
it. It just got posted with the World Speed Shoot video too. Like all three of those just got posted this last week or 2 weeks.
Okay. And I see that there wasn't a meeting video or a meeting. There might have been a members meeting at Carry Optics Nationals. Was there or was there not?
I don't know. I wasn't there. So
okay,
we were at work.
You got there on Sunday or something.
Yeah, I just got there for Sunday afternoon.
Gotcha. So I guess I'm going to go back and watch the Open PCC because Luigi made comments in the Handgun Nationals video about things that were said in September. So I'm kind of curious about that. So
sounds good. Let's end this live now, and you can go watch. Oh
no, we're not done. There was a lot for anyone who didn't catch it. I highly recommend you watch it. There was a lot of great questions by Mr. Brian Conley was there, Luigi Lee, our friend Dan Click. Too bad he didn't want to come and talk to us tonight about it. Tyler Turner asked questions. Pat Brown, Dan Bernard.
Yeah, Dan Bernard had a couple comments to make.
I mean, and they weren't invalid comments. I think everyone's comments to the board and the organization itself were good comments. I
agree.
They
definitely brought to light some things that I think needed to bring to light.
Right. So they had definitely had concerns of the president-elect, how that situation is going to go, which nobody knows. He has until the end of the year to appeal again. I don't know if he's going to wait till the end of the year. I don't know. So
I think that's the biggest challenge with what Dan Bernard was saying was if I'm working on Buckeye Blast in Area 5 right now for next year. Now, the first Nationals is right in between the two at Cardinal.
Yep.
So the match director should be working on that match right now.
He should have already been working on it.
Well, I mean, I don't disagree. And there's some things that have been done already, but the match director should be starting to work on that match right now, specifically staffing and stages. Like those should be in the works currently by the match director. And if he's not even, and basically Yi Min is supposed to be the match director, I don't know how it's realistic to toss him in the deep end when we don't even know whether he's going to be the president or not.
Right, especially you playing it January 1, right? Like you take off as the president of USPSA, you take off as January 1 of 2024. You have till June the 20th or so, 28th. I'd have to look at the slide. Mid-June to put the match on.
And keep in mind that you've got a week there that's the World Speed Shooting Championship that theoretically you're not working on the match because you've got another match to run.
Right, and you've got to deal with that logistical mess too. And I'd hope maybe if the organization was smart, they say, hey, Zach Jones, is it Zach Jones? I'm terrible with the Steel Challenge guy's name.
Yeah,
The
Mr. Jones. I know who you're talking about.
it's
I forget what
I
his name.
think it's Zach, but if I'm wrong, Brian will probably throw it in the comments. But if they ask him, hey, you're the lead of the committee, can you please run nationals? Right? I mean, he'd probably absolutely in a heartbeat say yes. And be like, yes, I will run
But
the
that's
world speed shooting
from
champ.
my understanding, he's like volunteering. Like that's not he's not a definitely not a full time employee.
Oh, what Mr. Brian Conley has some information for us that I need to go check on the
I'm
directory. Thanks,
doing the
buddy.
same thing here.
Right? So, full
So
directory.
Jake Martins is now the director of media, marketing, and strategic initiatives.
Did it come with the pay raise?
Don't know. I
But
will tell you that it looks like so. In addition to what was reported on at the Nationals, it also looks like Spanky Mike Brooks is no longer on the website as a is no longer on the website as an employee.
wait, the Jake's underling?
Yeah,
That's kind of sad. I mean, if you watched the members meeting or if you didn't, Miss Dawn Moffat no longer works for the organization either. There was questions brought up about the meeting about that, but no real answers because we can't talk. We shouldn't be talking about employee matters, which I agree. The website looks a little updated though down here. I don't remember ever seeing this kind of stuff.
yeah. I mean, it's been there for a little while.
Has it?
Yeah,
As we got Kevin Immel. I think Kevin needs an updated picture though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I'm not sure Kevin's really changed.
Troy looks a hell of a lot younger in this picture than he does.
Yeah,
And no, I don't know. I'd like to see pictures for all the area directors here.
I don't disagree with that at all.
And the president purely because if you see somebody on the range, you might know him, you might not.
Mhm.
But so yep. So that's kind of cool. You said, as we see, director of media, marketing, and strategic initiatives. I personally enjoy Mr. Jake Martin's company and talking with Jake. I think that
So
Jake does
the
a
way
good
I
job.
read that, though, if you want to think about it,
Oh.
strategic initiatives can pretty much be anything. You know how I read that? I read that as events, strategic planning of events.
Right?
So, thank you, Jake, for congratulations on your new role. You're still doing the same thing.
Essentially, just different wording, right? But I don't know. We've talked about this, I think, a little bit. I mean, the magazines and stuff. I saw that they passed what was it? In the minutes, they passed a thing where the foreign members have to get a magazine.
No, it's that forum members will no longer get a magazine.
Oh, probably due to shipping costs just being outrageous.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm pulling that up right now. Let's see here. Yeah, so motion to cease sending the physical magazine to foreign members effective 1/1 of 24. Motion was by Frank Rizzi, seconded by Russell Fortney, and passed unanimously.
It makes sense. It's probably a very big expense. I mean, if we can stop having some of the paper cuts, we might be okay financially for a little while longer. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that being a huge deal. I mean, it's definitely going to save some money, but it's not going to be like it's not going to be the difference between a deficit and not a deficit.
Oh, correct. I mean, but it's kind of like, right, so if I was going to put this in my own personal aspect, doing that is like canceling a subscription that I hardly use, but I had kept around because I watched one show on that channel, right?
Right. Here's my question. So I will be converting from a 5-year member next year to a annual member, and I'm going to be paying $65, get my magazine, yippee. And do the foreign members now pay less because they don't get a magazine? Like, are they being converted to to the associate member level, or are they still paying $65 to not get a magazine?
I honestly think they pay more, but I don't know if that's due to the cost difference for them or if it's a conversion rate. When I talk to my Canadian friends, when they spiked up the membership dues, my buddy was telling me how much it was going to cost him, but I think it was more his Canadian dollars converting to US dollars. So
that's got to be it, because I don't think there's a difference in the dues for annual foreign member versus a annual member.
Now, I have a question for you on the stats end of this. Does it ever flag somebody as a wrong number due to having a foreign number?
All the time.
Does it?
Well, not if they've got a USPSA number and they've got an F number, no, it's fine. It's when they've got when they come in and use their IPSC code, that's when it flags people.
Is that kosher?
You have to be a USPSA member in order to. You have to be a USPSA member or an IPSC member to shoot a major match.
Okay.
So you don't have to be you don't have to come in and get a USPSA membership in order to shoot a major match, from my understanding.
Right. So you just don't get a classification, essentially,
Right.
correct?
Yeah.
You'd still get to participate in the member because we are a region of IPSC.
Correct.
Speaking of IPSC, Khory, would you ever consider going over to? Well, would you ever consider going to Canada and shooting an IPSC match?
I've thought about it. The challenge with Canada is that I can't get my guns there. You can't get your guns in there anymore.
Yeah.
You have to go and borrow someone's gun, and I don't shoot pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And we'd be stuck in 10-round land, which
Right. So I mean, it would be fun. It would be interesting. I'm not really all that interested though.
I think I'd go shoot. If I did, I'd go shoot like single stack or revolver, purely because it's a little less maintenance-y.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's kind of interesting. I did want to talk a little bit about. Well, I'll bring this up now. We have the upcoming elections for Area 5 and Area 2 in 2024. Well, that take office in 25. So it's currently Christopher St. Cloud from Wisconsin, Adam Maxwell from Wisconsin, and Leif Kunkel from Kentucky are running. As we mentioned last week, we will be having them on sometime in 2024.
Yeah.
And John Batista. Brian's burning you in the comments. But John Batista in Area 2 is running. But Brian says, you shoot a pistol, Khory, just not good. LOL.
Yeah, that's very true, Brian. Although I did figure out, so I shot my pistol with that brand new Excalibur ammo, and it shot way smoother. So I was really, I was working a lot harder with my 124 rounds than I needed to be. If I would have shot 147s, I think I would have ended up maybe not better, but I wouldn't have been near as exhausted by the end of the day.
Right. So speaking of that ammo, it's running well in both platforms, right?
Yeah.
When do you?
I'm going to shoot with it this weekend if I end up shooting.
You're not going to end up shooting. I know you.
Well, so Dan was telling me this. He's like, I've got to leave at noon on Sunday. So that's if I don't shoot, that's probably going to be the reason why.
Yeah. Why does Dan got to leave early?
Don't know.
Is it football?
He's got a live stream to go to.
Yeah, is that he doesn't want to hang out with us, but that's fine. Dan Click for what? 2032?
2032. USPSA president, 2032. Yeah, Rob Stewart is a pretty awesome guy, Brian.
Maybe we at some point need to have him on the live stream.
Yeah, let's get him.
All right, you make that contact then.
I've got his phone number.
There you go. That's always a good sign. Brian Conley posted a episode today with Mr. Rob Epifania from New York on the Behind the Lens podcast. I was listening to that for the first 10 minutes until it was time to go home from work, so I'll finish that up tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Speaking of that, Khory, do you listen to the gambit of shooting podcasts, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Is there anyone you don't listen to that's actually notable?
I don't know because I don't listen to it.
So you're probably listening to the Casual Shooters podcast.
Yep.
You listen to the Hit Factor.
Some of the Casual Shooters podcast. He posts a lot of episodes.
He does.
I don't get them all.
Yeah, it's hard to get them all in, but Hit Factor podcast, right?
For the most part.
Mm-hmm. Is it usually because I say you should listen to this because of what they said?
Nope. I pretty much listen to most of them.
Yeah.
I don't listen to all of your podcasts.
That's fine. I don't judge anyone who doesn't except you because you are my friend and you should be listening to all of them.
But I talk to you enough. Like I feel like I get more podcast out of you than most.
Well, exactly. But I was just curious. I know a lot of podcasts take up a lot of people's time, so it's always a good thing to listen to new ones. And
plus, I listen to some other non-shooting related podcasts when I need like sanity.
Yeah, so do I. I've got my own things that I listen to that aren't shooting related, but that's a very other niche topic, and I
You
don't
know,
have.
listen to Joel's practice shooting insiders.
Oh, the training group live one, you
Yeah,
mean, right?
yeah, training group live.
I'm glad that they finally went to a all episode is on the RSS feed stream instead of, oh, we're gonna put half of it out for the general public and then half of it out for our members.
I agree.
It's like Porter K. Hit factor. No, Rick Powers, you are wrong because
Two
our
Alpha News is the top.
two. Well, not besides that is that Jeremy Reed probably doesn't listen to anything other than himself and like Joel Parks, right?
That's probably fair.
So everyone else would be very skewed. A power ranking for the podcasts would not be very good, purely because I don't think most people listen to each other's content. I do. Like if I listen to something that I like that David Riddle talks about on the Casual Shooters, I'm going to talk to that person. I want to get more information out of that person. I want to talk to him. Like I just listened to the Garrett Singleton episodes, part 1 and 2. I want to talk to Garrett Singleton.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't reached out to him yet, but I do. I've got a lot of shows actually like stalled out in hiatus at the moment. If anyone cares, is I've sent invites out. They've said yes. They just haven't scheduled anything.
Yeah, you need to follow up on that.
I do, but I give people time and privacy too. It's like it's not like Khory, let's do a show, right?
But I live in the world of like booking appointments,
Mm-hmm.
so like I'm probably a little bit more pushy than you are.
I mean, like I'll give somebody a week if I don't hear it. Like just at work, like if I send to somebody an email and I don't get one within a week, I do. I do respond back. Khory, while I'm talking, you should reply back to the guy who just messaged us through the other chat line. Yeah, a lot of great, crazy things going on, guys. But no, Rick Powers. I like listening to all the other shows, but Hit Factor is a good one. I do call out. I don't call him out to his face. Maybe he'll actually listen to this. But when Jeremy Reed gets something completely wrong about the rules, I shake my head. It's just all about what it is. But
Alex, who messaged us on the chat line?
it was a big, really tall bunny.
Oh, just with the.
Oh, okay. I see that now. Good job.
Yeah, Alex is just crazy.
I am a little crazy, but that's because I hang out with you all the time.
Well, sounds good. See you Sunday.
Yeah, no. See, she never did reply and said if it was okay or not. I don't ever see
She
anything.
never did she?
Nope.
She never did. Hey, don't forget, if you are new to the stream, Brian is giving away a pair of Active Blues, Brian from Hunters HD Gold. If you like the 2 Alpha News Rumble page along with the Hunters HD Gold Rumble page, email him at info@huntershdgold.com with your username to verify your liking status. The email has to be sent in by 11 p.m. tonight. So that is November 2nd at 11 p.m. Central. And he will pick a winner.
Yes, he will.
And he says the emails are coming in for
cool.
a free pair of Active Blue. So keep them coming.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
I've sent my email.
of course, she sent her email.
So she is watching. Hi, honey. Yes, she really wants a pair of Active Blues. She just switched back to contacts, so she would just need regulars. So that doesn't save me any money. It doesn't save you any money, but it's still.
Maybe you should switch to contacts.
No, my eyes have never enjoyed contacts. My prescription is low enough, like my eye doctor will even say, with a prescription like yours, glasses are better. You see better in glasses. I mean, Brian probably understands this too, right? There's people whose prescriptions are horrible, so they need contacts, or some who aren't so horrible and just wear glasses because they can see better. All about making the customer happy.
I'm just perfect.
Right. Well, that's what you think. Yeah, tell you about it. But
you tell you about me.
Right. So Khory, you sent out an email this week.
I did.
Let's talk a little bit about that. I've got a couple questions for you.
Yeah. Well, I'll toss the link in the chat. If you are interested in working the Buckeye Blast for the Area 5, fill out the Airtable link that I just tossed in the chat, and we may see you at the 2024 Buckeye Blast from May 2nd through the 5th, or the 2024 Area 5 Championship August 14th through 18th.
Right. So currently, how without looking, or maybe because you looked earlier, how are entries coming in for that?
Entries? Like, I don't have any entries yet.
Well, I'm talking about
don't open until 1/1.
No, not registration. I'm talking about people going through the link that's already out there and people saying they're going to work the match or are willing to work the match.
Yeah, so this is a combined registration for Buckeye Blast and Area 5. So I don't have exact numbers yet, but I will. I've got a good, decent chunk so far. Got a
Right.
couple more emails to send out.
So I've seen on the comments. I've watched this post on the internet, on Facebook, on Instagram.
Hmm.
There were some people were asking if it's not staff reset, why is it still what it costs?
Yeah, great question. At the end of the day, everything has gotten more expensive. And
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind, one of our largest expenses for a match like this is wood, is lumber.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially after nationals.
Well, aside from nationals, but yes, especially after nationals.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the largest expenses is lumber, and the largest expense is by far staff hotels.
Yeah.
So we are seeing prices go up on everything. So realistically, if we were going to do staff reset, I was going to increase the price to. I don't even know what the price would have been, but I was definitely going to be increasing pricing for a staff reset match.
Well,
Because-
especially since you've got to double your staff essentially, or well, at least another 1.5%. 1.5 more
One and a half
staff.
times, yeah. So I we basically decided that because we weren't doing staff reset, we were able to keep the pricing the same.
Right. And I think, this is my opinion, I think that we don't have enough local staff for these matches to do a staff reset match right. North Carolina, South Carolina seem to have a method to their madness where they get people who don't live that far away
Yeah.
that volunteer. Like, people come from these matches and it's not like they're living close, right? It's not like they're staying at home or
Yeah, I mean,
staying
I
at a
don't know. I don't have data exactly on. I did not ask people where they lived
Mhm.
within the. This is effectively my first, the application, if you will.
Mhm.
Is so I didn't ask people where they lived, but my guess is less than half of them are even in the state of Ohio, and even a fewer number of those are like local driving distance between the range.
Right. Now, that'd be an interesting idea. You don't necessarily know if you've got enough staff to do a purely like a local Ohio match, and especially not to the top caliber of staff that you want, right? Like
Well,
you might
why
be
would I
able,
want to? Like,
hmm?
what's the benefit to doing a local Ohio match? Like to having all my staff from Ohio, if people like you are able to come in and
Oh, there is no benefit. I'm just like there's always the advantage to the match that's like, oh, I got the guy who lives 30 minutes away and they're going to stay at home, right?
oh
There's
yeah,
all
right, yeah, no, I completely agree.
Brian hates Ohio. I'm just going to say this.
Brian, be careful, you may be banned.
No, he's gonna come. He should come back for the Buckeye Blast since
Oh,
it's at the wonderful Marengo Range, and
I
he
just
can
haven't
have
sent him the email yet. Don't worry,
yeah,
I've got him on the hook.
he will have the best parking space next to Southern Barbecue.
Yep.
Well, honestly, that still probably would be a good location for him, purely because everyone's gonna go buy him.
Southern Barbecue, by the way, is on the hook. They will be at Buckeye Blast and Area 5.
Good. We
They will
doing
actually
prime.
be a stage sponsor
We doing prime rib again?
for staff dinner. Yes.
Yeah, prime rib. No, that was Bobby's Food's always good. It was more funny, I think, this year when they gave away the first prize at the staff dinner in the
Oh,
hat.
yeah.
And the guy had no idea what was in the hat. Except
Brian,
what the,
I don't hate Alabama, but you hate Ohio.
no, he hates the flag of Ohio. I really think it's the flag.
Yeah. Has anyone ever seen the Ohio flag?
Um, they're just on my list of amazing states to make fun of. I mean, he's not wrong, Brian. You're not wrong, Brian.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up the Ohio flag for everybody just so they are all aware at the beauty.
That is the Ohio flag. That doesn't even look like a flag.
It's a pennant.
It's not a flag then. It's a pennant.
Pennant. It's a flag. It's a pennant. Same thing.
No. A flag and a pennant are two different things.
Yeah, let me see. Ohio flag. There we go.
My
This
wife
is
would,
the Ohio flag, with the little pennant part right there. Yep.
I don't know. It's not showing up yet. I just see the Cardinal schedule.
This is the Ohio flag with the little pennant part right there. See it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Little pennant. But I was texting with Brian earlier this week, and I showed him the best invention that I've ever seen. Has anyone played with one of these?
A shock roulette game.
Yeah, it's shock
No.
roulette polygraph game.
I'm
Anyway,
more. I'm more curious how they're gonna do that. To be honest with you, it's not like nobody lives together.
there was a joke that part is the joke.
Oh, I understand that, but I'm still stating the statement. I was like, I don't know how they're gonna get that to work.
Oh, I don't either. Anyway, sorry, distracting.
No, it's okay. So you've sent out requests for staff, which is great. It's probably about time that everybody needs to do that because
I got another one from Chris Vasilian for Michigan section. I know, and we've talked to Leif about Kentucky section.
Mhm.
So,
Yep. The wife wanted to actually go shoot and work Kentucky, so that'll be fun.
good.
So we're getting her ready. Her rig's all set up, so
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
The holster looks amazing.
Yes, her custom corgi holster is legit.
Yeah.
Did I post
And it
that?
only took like 31 days. So
I don't care how long it took to get to my house because I really don't care.
it is here. It is here.
It is here, and that's all that matters. And my buddy Leif took care of me. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm one of those people, right? Like, I'm a very understanding person,
Hey,
and
I'm
things
glad-
take times.
I'm glad that I bought the holster when I did, because if I didn't have that holster because I've got a GX Products holster as well. If I didn't buy that holster, I wouldn't have been able to shoot nationals.
Right.
So I was buying it because I got a cert, and I'm like, oh, I might as well buy a holster because you never know when I might need it. And I ended up shooting nationals with it.
Right.
And
So
I only forgot to put the lever down once when
Yeah.
Link was on the back of the stage.
that's funny. But speaking of that, you have a new LO gun eventually coming.
Yeah, MPA.
Did you have your GX Products holster already ordered?
No, I don't think I'm going to do a GX Products for that one. I think I'm going to do a. What do you use? You use a double alpha.
A double alpha X on a Henning T1000 that I've really grown to like on the T1000 now.
Yeah, so I've been told to use. I forget what brand it is. Whatever Hyder uses. Hyder told me to use
The Everglades.
the Everglades. Yeah.
But here's the problem: is that they go in and out of stock all the time.
Well, I'm left-handed, so they're not in stock.
Right. So that's the hard part, right?
So I've
everyone
got
has a
probably 8 weeks until the gun comes in.
Mhm.
So I'm just I'll figure out the holster situation when I get the gun.
Right. And I guess for my opinion on between the holsters, what's up, Snowman 03 GT? That's Mr. Doug Lawson. The only problem I find is with the Everglades is it only works for 2011s, right? You can't just use it for another type of gun.
That would pretty much cover like all the guns that we own, though. Is like we have a bunch of 2011s. We've got four 2011s
Mm-hmm.
plus the LO gun, so that'll be a fifth 2011. I could shoot limited optics, or open, all with the 2011 holster. I also have an STI double alpha holster, so that would cover a couple of those guns again. Yeah. So anyway.
Brian just says he just got in the Bull SAS2 3.25 limited optics gun, new edition. It's an awesome, amazing gun to shoot. My question is, how Alabama is that gun? Is it modified yet? Did you send it to the armory? I need to know, because you don't own plain guns, Brian. And Doug did say the South Carolina sectional match registration is open. Saturday afternoon is already full. I guess that's a staff reset match, half-day format with a vendor area like last year.
Yeah, and Tom Castro is the assistant match director for that match, so he's taking care of a lot of the staffing.
Yep, black and gold, blingy as always. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
So, I did want to talk. For anyone who cares, Mr. Henning Walgreen will be on the May Talk Shooting podcast within the next couple weeks. And we're going to talk about a bunch of different things like normal on the Manny Talk Shooting Podcast. I'm actually want to get down to the nitty gritty on these T1000, T900 kind of. I'm going to dive into that pretty cool. So,
Yeah, I love my T1000 hanger. So,
yeah. Is yours orange?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's why it's thebomb.com, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
Although
orange.
it's weird because it's on my red, white, and blue belt, my PCC rig.
Oh, that's right.
So I've got orange, and then my mag bases. Some of them are orange.
Gotcha.
So, and then my holster's orange on a red, white, and blue belt. So it's like really disgusting looking.
Yeah. So as Khory mentioned earlier, Brian Conley is being gracious and giving away some active blue. Well, Khory changed the screen on me, so I lost what I was doing. So if you want to get entered into that, make sure that you follow. Khory just keeps clicking shit. There you go. Give away an active pair of blues. Go and check out the Manny Talk Shooting Rumble page and Hunters HD Gold Rumble page. Email info@Hunters HD Gold with your username to verify. The drawing ends. What was it? 11 p.m. Central Time.
11 p.m. Central Time tonight.
Yep.
So
11/2,
November 2, 2023.
Yep. Just go check that out. That'd be a good way to win yourself some active blue. I did want to show. We did need to talk about the Nationals dates because that is what is coming up sooner than later. If you want to get World Speed Shooting Championship, I wouldn't be surprised if slots for this match start rolling out, right? Ooh, someone's got a call at 7 p.m. to prepare for. And Brian's going to go live this weekend at Mississippi.
Yep.
And he will give that away. So check out, make sure you have your notifications on Rumble for Hunters HD Gold. Brian, we appreciate it, brother, and I will talk to you soon. So
For sure, Brian.
I'm assuming, go ahead.
I was going to say, Brian's, I know, probably exiting the chat. He also is doing the Hunters HD Gold Cup series.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that it might have ended in, it probably ended at the end of October, maybe November. But one person from each one of those, from each USPSA and Steel Challenge, is going to earn a slot to the nationals of their choice.
Which, by the way, probably means there's a good chance that you can get into, you still have slots into nationals for the other three nationals, if you ask Brian nicely, or his marketing lady.
I don't, yeah, that I don't know about. But
right.
Anyway.
Yes, the Gold Cup probably did end. Nationals, so slots for World Speed Shooting Championship for Steel Challenge people probably will roll out soon because that match is coming up in May. So we're not too far out.
Yeah. And same thing I would assume with the Sig Sauer Optics Nationals. That is going to be rolling out shortly thereafter as well. And then we'll pause a little bit. There's no slots per se for the multi-gun nationals, and then handgun and PCC Open are September and October. So
yeah, we've got 350 days till we go to nationals, Khory.
Oh, great!
I know you just love that I'm counting down already. It's wonderful.
I do not love that. Anyway, so Alex, let's talk about upcoming elections. We've got Area 5, Area 2, both taking office in 2025.
Yep.
We've got Area 6 and the president taking office the 1st of 2024.
Yep, Mr. Ben Berry.
Yep, and then Evan Lynn. Mm-hmm. Ben was invited. I did talk to Ben. He was invited to the November and December board meetings.
Okay.
So he will have a little bit of a head start on everything. Was not invited to the October board meeting
though. My question is, did he make that public knowledge? I mean, that'd be cool if they maybe Bruce Wells will step down. You never know.
No. That I've heard is not happening.
That's not gonna happen.
Not happening. But he didn't make it public knowledge. It is now.
Well, there you go. It's okay. It'll probably come out on his show tomorrow anyway. So that's another good podcast to listen to. The Short Course by Ben Berry.
That one's a good podcast to listen to
because he actually scripts it and he sticks to his script and he reads it.
Yep.
But it's always good. What? Dude, I can't. I'm too ADD and Tourette's like to freaking do that. But Khory, I think we've covered almost everything. But talk about your partners, brother.
So, my partners, Shield Manufacturing, they make the finest buffer systems in the USPSA shooting sports. Hunter's HD Gold, Victor's Legacy, Excalibur Ammunition. Go to excalibur-ammo.com to check it out.
Yep, because I last week horribly misspelled it in the notes, so it's okay. Go check them all out. Khory's a good guy. If you missed last week, go check it out. Khory was on. We talked about Falling Steel World Series. So if you want to learn more about that, go check last week's episode out as well.
While we're talking about this here for a second, did everybody know? If you're in the chat still, shoot us a message. Did you know that you can listen to this on your favorite podcasting platform too? Search 2 Alpha News on your favorite podcasting platform, and it's available for you to listen there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Preferably Spotify, so we can push it out a little bit faster. But but it's so weird how the softwares dictate that kind of crap. But
Sure.
yep, if you're not, make sure you're already following us on Facebook and Instagram at 2 Alpha News, or Manny Talks Shooting at YouTube and Rumble. But as we get back into it, my partners, I can't thank them enough. Go Fast, Don't Suck. They do a lot of good work for me and the shooting sports. Hunter's HD Gold, like we've talked throughout the chat. Dominate Defense and Div Tech add great accessories to my range belt that I greatly appreciate because I finally got the new belt set up and it's fantastic. Laugh and Load, my friends Tony and Jackie. Running Laugh and Load there in their podcast, the Pew Time podcast. We can't thank John Royer enough for all the stuff he does for the shooting sports and what he did for the North Carolina section for 4 years in a row, being the match director. Also, Tony Nelson over at Summit City Bullets is fantastic and helps support me. And we're looking in 2024 to expand the matches that we support. So hopefully you will see more about Summit City Bullets at matches near you. RangePanda.com, of course, is a fantastic company to go buy everything you need. If they've got lasered foam, lasered cups, 3D printed stuff for your press, they've probably got it. They've got tool heads too, so you go check them out. Chile Custom Gunworks make fantastic 2011 parts for your 2011 needs. We also have the Tomcaster Shooting Academy. My friend Tom is a great guy and helps support the shooting sports, as I've said before, and 2 Alpha Apparel. This hat right here. I see somebody left us a comment. Laugh and Load needs some more YouTube content. I miss their stuff. Yes, I talked to Tony on a regular, and he has been slacking. They do have more content coming. If you haven't checked within the last week, they did post up some more match reviews that they've gone to, so you can go check them out there. Talking about the Illinois section, or the Northern Illinois and the Wisconsin sections last.
Nice.
But yeah, go check them out, Rick. I appreciate you being in the chat, brother, each week. I don't think you've missed a week, so I appreciate that.
Definitely. And lastly, 2 Alpha Apparel for you, one of your partners. You're wearing the hat.
I always wear this hat. I love this hat. They came out with some new stuff recently, and they got more stuff coming, so I can't complain.
For sure. So, last but not least, if you're interested in going to nationals, make sure you grab your slot early and often. Mm-hmm. The Cardinal Practical Shooters matches at Cardinal Shooting Center, May 2nd through the 5th in 2024, and August 14th through the 18th for Area 5. If you're interested in working the match, feel free to grab that comment up in the show notes. And Alex, anything else?
I think that's it. I think we've covered everything that we wanted to cover this week. We thought we'd go short, but we actually went normal time, so nothing wrong with that.
Hey, Alex, get out and do the things.
That's right. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on the next one.